Nico, the Only Boy Tooth Fairy by Bennett Windheim. This is the story of Nico. And this, ta-da, is Nico. Hi, Nico is a tooth fairy. I know, right? What's wrong with this picture? Most people think there's just one tooth fairy. You know, the tooth fairy. In fact, it's a huge operation with millions of tooth fairies all over the world, and every child is assigned their own. But by some quirk of the universe, Nico is the only boy tooth fairy. He's talked to his supervisor about it. This is Selma. She doesn't fly anymore on account of she has old droopy wings. Who you calling droopy? Hey Selma, how come I'm the only boy tooth fairy? Is somebody giving you a hard time? No. Are you unhappy here? No. So, what's the problem? Selma always answers a question with a question, which Nico finds kind of annoying. Hey Selma, how come you always answer a question with a question? Do I? Yes. Really? Yes. Does that bother you? Long story short, Nico doesn't really know why he's the only boy tooth fairy, and nobody's got a very good answer for him. He just is. Nico understands that he's not always what's expected. For instance, sometimes when he's on a tooth run, a child might awaken and see him, and he can always tell that they're disappointed. Who are you supposed to be? I'm Nico, your tooth fairy. But you're a boy. You were expecting maybe Tinkerbell? Duh. Here's $1. Okay. But it's not always that easy. One time. Who are you supposed to be? I'm Nico, your tooth fairy. You're not my tooth fairy. Yes, I am. But you're a boy. So? So the tooth fairy's a girl. Who told you that? It's common knowledge, Flyboy. Well, not all of them. Yes, they are. Well, evidently not. Are not. Yes, they are. Hey! Shouted Nico, who never, ever raised his voice or lost his patience with anybody and felt badly about doing so now. Who made you the Tooth Fairy Authority anyway? Huh? 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 Well, I thought so. And with that, Nico spritzed her with some super-duper fairy dust that put her right back to sleep. Nico collected his tooth, left the girl just one thin dime for being such a pain, and went downstairs for something to eat, since she had left absolutely nothing for him at all. Tooth fairies gotta eat too, you know. If I could be anything else, I think I'd like to be one of Santa's elves. That seems like a really fun job. Hanging out with the guys, making toys, you know, working with your hands. Hey Ambrose, go long! I am so sick of winter. Hey everybody, it's the Easter Bunny. Dude! Boy, I envy that guy. Nico's looked into it, and as it turns out, there's a really long waiting list if you want to be an elf. The competition is fierce. Plus, unless you've got a sibling already working for Big Red, well, you can just forget it. Still, Nico thinks elfdom would be a really good fit, for one really good reason. I'm good at making things. I even make my own clothes. Have to. There's not a lot of demand for boy fairy size overalls. When you're one of a kind, you kinda have to fend for yourself. This is where the magic happens. From the outside, Toothtown looks like any big warehouse, but inside, it's really a state-of-the-art recycling plant where nothing gets wasted. Toothtown has processed over a gazillion, quadrillion, no such thing. Okay, lots and lots of teeth over the years, and that's impressive when you consider that the picking up of baby teeth and recycling of old teeth and delivering of new teeth is really a fairly recent phenomenon. Tooth fairy traffic controllers make sure that departing fairies don't collide with incoming ones. This is where all the old teeth arrive, get sorted, repaired, cleaned, polished, and readied for delivery to new babies. The whole place runs like clockwork. And as with any workplace, there's always the possibility for romance. One particular tooth fairy has had her eyes on Nico for the longest time. Hiya, Nico. Hiya, Phyllis. Well, I guess we'll leave it there for now. But if you want to know more about Tooth Town, learn about Flo's tragic accident and how Nico got her to smile again, and how Nico's job interview with Santa turned out, and lots of other cool stuff, well, you'll just have to read the book. Oh, there's Phyllis again. Until then, be good to your Tooth Fairy, and we'll see you around Tooth Town.